Yo, yo! Good morning, champions. Hope you're having a phenomenal Saturday. It is the 10th of December. Man, we only got like 3 weeks left. Remember the old Busta Rhyme records? There's only 3 weeks left. But really, there's no time left. I seen a picture that somebody posted on on the book this morning. I think it was actually Mr. Jones, and it says start tomorrow today. And I thought that was powerful because so many times, people have the as soon as disease. I'm gonna do it as soon as. I'm gonna make it happen as soon as. I'm going to follow through as soon as. And when we get ourselves caught up in the fact that tomorrow's never promised, when we get ourselves in the mindset that all we have is today, then we'll begin to do more with today. I went to a comedy show last night with my wife. We went to see Don DC Curry, Uncle Elroy from Friday. And I mean, he was hilarious. But one of the things that he talked about, because a lot of times older comedians and older entertainers, they kind of have this moment where they kind of talk about just life and their experiences. And he talked about how at his age, a lot of people are passing on, and he's seeing his friends and people he grew up with go. And during this story, he was talking about how he was really close with John Witherspoon, the dad from Next Friday, bang 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 bang, that guy. But anyways, so he was saying that when he was speaking at his funeral, the thought process and the saying here today, gone tomorrow came up several times. And what he was trying to say is the fact that tomorrow's never promised. So you have to go into it with the mindset here today, gone today. So you have to do everything you can with every day, with every hour, with every minute, with every second. Because you don't know when it's going to be your last. And I didn't mean that to be a doom or gloom moment, but we are blessed with a phenomenal opportunity. James E. Direct is an opportunity none like I've ever seen before. There's people out there who are looking. And when you pair the best opportunity in the world with people who are looking for an opportunity, then you have a match made in heaven. There's no shortage of people who need James E. Direct, only a shortage of people spreading the word. We have to change that. We have to change that. And the reason I entitled today's training, The Only Thing Holding You Back Is You, because I want you to think about some things today. Because we lie most convincingly to ourselves, right? We lie most convincingly to ourselves. And it's in all aspects, in relationships, in health and wellness, in spirituality. There's so many areas where it's easy for us to trick ourselves into staying within our comfort zone, but staying within your comfort zone causes you to miss out on your blessing and miss out on your opportunity, right? It's I have a daughter. I have two daughters. One daughter loves to cook. She's amazing. She can bake. She can bake a lot better than she can cook, but she loves doing it all. So if I'm grinding, I'm doing stuff, I don't have to worry about her eating because she knows how to put something in the oven. She knows how to cook and take care of making sure that she eats. I have another daughter who she hasn't taken it upon herself to learn how to cook. Now, there's a lot of opportunities. There's watching me, there's watching Tiff, there's watching her other sister. But she has decided in her head that she'd rather stay within her comfort zone and not learn. So times when we're out grinding, times when we go out like last night, if the one who likes to cook doesn't cook, then the other one is staying within her comfort zone. She's eating crackers. She's eating a breakfast sandwich or something that's easy to heat up. Or she just doesn't eat at all, which isn't healthy. So when you think about the fact, a lot of people get offended, when you say they're making an excuse. But excuses come in such a wide range of possibilities, a wide range of ways that you can make an excuse, that it's important for you to recognize when you're making an excuse, because a lot of people don't realize that they're making an excuse. So we're going to fly through, the beginning of training, and I want to welcome you again. I always tell people the difference between amateurs and professionals is training. So I appreciate you getting up on this Saturday morning, making sure you're dialed in, making sure you're plugged in, making sure you're getting this value, this knowledge and wisdom. But don't allow it to just stop here. You want to make sure that as you're building your team and you're expanding our prosperity community, you're holding them accountable for getting on and being plugged in for training. And you always want them on live, because the experience is so much better live. You can ask questions, you can connect, you can be a part of, that live moment. But if for some reason, maybe they got to work, maybe they have some things going on with their family, if they're not able to be a part of it live, then as a leader, as a sponsor, as a upline, you want to make sure that you are getting them plugged in to check out the replay. All right. So that's very important. And, so congratulations to all the new champions on the team, everybody who's joined this week. We're excited to have you a part of the prosperity community. It's important for you to understand the only thing that we do is expose. All right. There's a lot of different skill sets you can develop being a part of our company, being a part of the home business industry. And we're going to help you grow those skill sets. We're going to help you become better, not just as a part of JMG Direct, but we're going to help you become better in many other aspects of your life, because this business is just a vehicle. All right. It's not the business that's going to help you change your life. It's a part of it, but you have to grow and become a better version of yourself before you take that leap forward and you start to notice different things. And that's in anything in life, health and wellness, losing weight, relationships. You have to look in your mind and you have to look in your heart and make a decision that you're going to have a turning point and you're going to change. You're going to make some adjustments, because if you're not willing to make adjustments within you, then you're not going to see any outward adjustments or any outward changes. All right. It all starts with you. Okay. So all we do is we expose people to a better way. We expose people to JMG Direct and what JMG Direct has to offer. And when we launch our business, for those of you who are new, or even those of you who've been in for a while, it's important that you recognize that this is the foundation. And if you master this, nothing else matters, because your business will grow and your business will excel and your business will thrive. So we say success with JMG is simple as 1, 2, 3. Make one decision that you want something more out of life, but more importantly, you're willing to do the work that it takes to get it. This is important as you're out recruiting, as you're out exposing, because as you're talking to people, you're going to be able to get an idea of if they want something more out of life. And if you're talking to somebody who really doesn't want anything else out of life, if you're talking to somebody who just wants their computer fixed and they're exchanging that to be able to look at the presentation for you, then you have to hold your business to a higher standard. You have to hold your business to a higher level of excellence and say you're not going to waste your time, you're not going to waste your sponsor or your upline's time, and you're not going to waste the business on somebody who doesn't want more out of life. Because even if they get in, they're not going to do nothing, because they don't want nothing more out of life. And until you know why, the how doesn't matter. So you have to first make that decision. And when you make that decision, you're able to see that decision in your communication and in your recruiting of other people. All right. But more importantly, you got to be willing to do the work that it takes to get it. All right. You got to be willing to do the work. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be simple, but it's not going to be easy. It's simple to go to the gym, jump on that treadmill, jump on that elliptical, jump on those weights, but it's not going to be easy. You get 2 minutes in, that heart rate gets up, you start sweating, you start questioning your existence. Like, man, should I have gotten on this? Should I have gotten on this treadmill? But the reward, the reward is going to be so worth it at the end of the day. You just have to be willing to do the work that it takes to get the goals that you set forth for yourself. 2, gather 2 My Credit is Better customers, starting with yourself. You want to start with yourself. That takes care of half the battle right there. Everybody who's a marketing brand ambassador, you're already your own first customer. Make sure you stay consistent. Make sure you stay active. Get one more customer and you can focus on the third part, which is to partner with 3 people and teach them to do the same thing. Make a decision and get qualified. Because this is all a numbers game. When you understand that it's all a numbers game, then you understand that all you have to do is go through the numbers. And if you're finding yourself not getting the results that you desire, then you're not going through enough numbers. It's simple mathematics. It's simple mathematics. I don't care who you are, you guys. I don't care your level of talent. We have a system here. Personalities don't duplicate, systems do. You don't have to be as outgoing and yo-yo on the camera like me. You don't have to be as smooth as a coach. You don't have to be as laid back as a Chris Jourdain. You don't have to be as intelligent and technically savvy as an Andre Willis. You don't have to be any of that. All you have to do is follow the system, because personalities don't duplicate, but systems do. And when you learn to follow the system, then you understand that I just got to go through the numbers. And the faster I go through the numbers, the faster I'm going to find the people I'm looking for. I'm going to find the people who are raising their hands saying, me, I want to be a part of something. And then once I get good at speed, because success like speed, the better I can motivate and inspire other people to go through their numbers faster as well. So if you're finding yourself not getting the results that you like, if you're finding yourself not being where you want to be in the business, then the remedy is to talk to more people. I don't care if you're from Yale or from jail. I don't care if you're young or you're wise. I don't care if you're short or you're tall. I don't care the color of your complexion. I don't care if you wear glasses or not. It's the same for everybody. I don't care if you're good at talking to people or not. You can't say it wrong to the right people. Just keep swinging. Just keep swinging. I want to take a moment to send a special birthday shout out to Paul Jones II, one of the most phenomenal baseball players in the state of Minnesota. But one of the things with baseball, they teach you, just keep swinging. Do you realize that baseball players can hit 3 out of 10 balls and make millions? Make millions. But here's the thing. If you understand the law of averages, if you understand the law of numbers, one of the things, and this just clicked in my head, I always knew Mr. Jones was a baseball fan, right? But he always taught us that if you talk to 10 people, typically you'll get 3. It's crazy, right? But you just gotta keep talking to the people and keep swinging. You keep swinging, you're gonna get a hit. All right? So as I'm going over this information, you guys, I'm keeping it low key today because the message is the same. We got to get out there and talk to the people. The people are waiting for us. If you have any questions, ask the question. Don't be afraid. This is the format you want to ask the question in. Cue, question, boom. It's just that simple. This is what we've been building towards. This is what we started at the beginning of November. Right now, we're at week 5. Right now, we're at week 5. It'd be amazing if we had 243 people in each of your teams. But it's possible. But it all starts with 3. And no matter where you're at, if you go back to the basics and say, you know what? I'm going to get these 3 people. I'm going to lock in with these 3 people. You might have 2 people right now, but if they ain't doing nothing, then go back and get 3 people that you can lock arms with, be on the same spirit, same mind, same tongue, and you guys roll together excited to work your business. Because it's rough when you're on an island. But there's nothing like when you get that one person in and you got somebody to run with. Mike was Mike when he first got into the league. But when he got Pip, that's when things started to change. Steph is amazing. He's a great shooter. But when he got Clay, that's when they became the Splash Brothers. The opportunity is always amazing. And it's great that you take the first step because somebody has to take the lead. When you start getting those people, when you start connecting with those three, and you start developing that small knit, that small unit, then you guys can work together. Then you guys can start working because there's power in numbers. So when you start getting people in, don't be like the locomotive. Don't tell them, okay, good luck. Let me slap you on the backside like a football player. Call me when you get some people. That is a surefire way to sabotage your business. Okay? The person doesn't know what they're doing. They're like a child. So you have to jump in hands-on. They've been undisciplined their whole life. They're getting involved with the business for a change. If they knew how to do that themselves, they would already have done it. So you got to jump in there. You got to be communicating with them every day. When you sign somebody up, you should be calling them. You should be texting them, if not daily, every other day. But I say daily. Why? Because the devil is communicating with them daily. They're injecting doubt into their head daily. Other people are telling them no and breaking them off daily. They're telling them it's not going to work daily. They're telling them that they need to go back to their job and focus on their job daily. So if you're not counteracting and balancing that out with positivity, then guess what? The negativity is going to start to grow and overwhelm them. And the only thing that's going to help them is you keeping them plugged in and a check. So if you're not calling them, if they not getting the check, if they not staying plugged in, then guess what? They already dead. So you got to protect your people. You got to protect your flock. When you bring somebody in there like your baby, before you have anybody, your business is like your baby. And you have to protect your baby. Don't let nobody talk bad about your baby. And then when you bring somebody in, that's just an addition. You got to protect them. Because people out there will say some crazy stuff. You're like, where did you get that? How is somebody going to lose their home because they joined JMG Direct for $150? That's outlandish, but people will listen to it. So you got to make sure that you're right there giving them the positive, because we got $16,000 a month on the table, you guys. And I don't know anywhere else where you can make that type of money with the simplicity of what we do here at JMG Direct. I don't know. If you know, tell me, but I don't know. So with JMG Direct, we got a powerful opportunity, guys. We got something that's so special that we have to ask ourselves, what's holding us back? What's holding us back? And the only thing that can possibly hold you back is you. So today's training, I just wanted to be simple. I wanted you to think about life for a moment. I wanted you to see the ease of how an excuse can come about in your life. Because we have certain things on the schedule that are concrete. We got Tuesday and Thursdays. We got Saturdays, right? We got those things that are concrete on the schedule. Tuesday and Thursday at 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Central, right? Your spouse or your significant other is going to want to go out on a Tuesday or Thursday. They're going to want to. And it's easy to say, well, I own my own business. I could take one day off. But see, that thought process is a seed. And that thought process is a seed that begins to multiply. and it goes from I could take one day off to I could take a week off. I could, it'll be okay. I'll just tell other people to get on. And the success, the excuse starts with a seed that it's okay. And you have to have a mentality. Write this down. How would I act if? How would I act if I already had 5,000 people on my team and I was making $16,000 per month? How would I act if? You know you had a team of people who are counting on hearing you on the call or seeing you check in. This is Coach from St. Paul. If you knew you had a team of people looking for that as an example, would you check in? Would you miss it? Because we got technology now. You can go on the date, pull up from the side. This is Coach from St. Paul. Boom, got it in your ear. You see, most of you guys see I keep the headphones in, right? Why? Because I'm really not the one doing the training. It's like ESPN. I got Paul Jones in my ear telling me what to say the whole time. No, I'm just joking. But you guys, I want you to understand that technology makes things simple. Now, as we embark upon 2023, things are opening up. We've seen that things are going to stay open. They've gotten a hold. They've gotten a grasp of COVID. So we're going to start exploring into having physical meetings, home meetings, hotel meetings. We're going to start expanding and scaling things up again. Now, obviously, unless you know of a new technology, you're not going to be able to be in two places at one time. You're going to have to be at the meeting. But I want you to understand, while we're doing things online, you guys, it's important for you to show up. Your little name and your little comment showing up in the comment box goes a long way. And if you don't feel like you need to be on, then subconsciously, you're not going to feel like you need to invite guests. Because you have to have it in your mind and in your heart that it's important enough for you to show up. Because when you have that level of belief, you're going to feel like it's important enough for you to tell other people. And you have to have vision to see the webinar when there's hundreds of people on there. But it all starts with you. It all starts with an invitation. It all starts because guess what? I don't take the day off. I got to show up. Rain, sleet, or snow. Sick or not. I carry my computer everywhere with me. Why? Because just in case, traffic gets crazy in Atlanta. Just in case something happens, I want to be able to pull it up and be like, yo, this is me from the side of the road. Let's rock and roll. It's just that simple. And I want you guys to understand that it all rolls up into the first part of our launch strategy. You have to make one decision that you want something more out of life, but more importantly, you're willing to do the work that it takes to get it. Mailman status. It's all in that decision. If you find yourself not getting the results that you want, you got to go back to that decision first and foremost to say, do I want something more out of life? Am I in tune with my why? Because until you know why, the how doesn't matter. Am I in tune with that? Because that's what drives the communication. That's what drives recruiting. That's what drives exposing. If I don't know what I want, I'm not going to go out and expose other people because I don't know what I want. You're not going to be in tune to push yourself through when you don't feel like it. You see, in IT, the problem you see before you isn't always the root of the problem. So when you see things in your life the lack of results in your business, the lack of cash flow in your household. It's not just because there's a lack of cash flow, there's a reason. It's not just a lack of results in your business, there's a reason. And it can always stem back to you're not talking to enough people. I got a guy, Mr. Jones, he'll know who I'm talking about. He was with Mr. Jones when he bought his first house. He's in the car. Not when he like closed on the documents or nothing, but when he went to see the house. He was with Mr. Jones. And I talked to this guy, he was down in Atlanta 2 weeks ago. And he called me up, was like, I want to connect with you, Money Mike. You know, obviously we got to talk about, you know, old time and reminiscing. And he talked about how, you know, he has this, what do you call, aha moment that, you know, he deserves more than just working a job. And then he, I almost fell for it until he went back to the same thing. But how come people in Minnesota don't get it? That's the excuse. That's the excuse that he tells himself that allows him to not push himself through the limits. That's the excuse. And I want you to understand that every single one of us has excuses that try to jump into our mind that's going to stop us. It's like the moment that we say we're going to go hard, the moment that we make that decision that we want something more out of life, but more importantly, we're willing to do the work that it takes to get it. It's like a firehouse. I don't know if you ever seen movies with a firehouse or one of the shows, right? Like the alarms are going off in hell and the devil is sending his minions. They're jumping down the poles. Yo, we got to go distract them. We got to go put the fire out to make him think that he can't do it, to make her think that it's not possible, to make her doubt herself so that she don't go out and recruit nobody else. Because if you have doubt in your mind, if you have doubt in your heart, then it's going to come across when you talk to other people. And when they look at you like you crazy and say no, then it's going to make it harder for you to talk to anybody else. And you got to have a fire on the inside of you that will not be put out. You got to have a fire on the inside of you that no matter what anybody says, it doesn't matter what anybody thinks, that you're going after this thing. Why? Because you've already found the system that's to be proven. You've already seen that there's people like Marquise Money White, Mike Williams, who is working for. You already seen that there's people like Paul D. Jones that is working for. So when the person who you're talking to tells you no, why are you going to let them dim your light when you already got people who are working behind you, who are helping you every step of the way? It's like a football team, right? The leadership, Mr. Jones, myself, coach, we're like your blockers. And we open up the big hole and all you got to do is run through the hole. Don't sit looking through the hole like, I wonder if there's a linebacker back there. I wonder if somebody's going to stop me. No, run, Forrest, run. You got to go. You got to go after your goals. You got to go after your dreams. And the simplest thing is all you got to do is what comes naturally. Tell other people about a good thing. Well, the people I know, they don't see it. That's okay. Talk to people you don't know. There's always an answer. Most of the people who I've brought into my business, except for my cousin Leroy. My cousin Leroy's been there since day one, and I appreciate cousin Leroy. Because he made one decision that he wanted something more out of life, and he was willing to do the work that it takes to get it. Leroy's on the calls. He's on the trainings. Sometimes Leroy's at work, sneaking, but he's committed because he believes. He believes in JMG. He believes in his goals and dreams. He believes that he deserves to have more in life. And that's all it takes. to believe and then go out and act on that belief. To have faith. It's just that simple, you guys. And I want you to know that there's people out there who are waiting for you. They're praying for you. You have to have that mentality. They're looking for opportunity. And whoever shares it with them, they may join. But you have to have in the mindset that they're waiting for you. Not nobody else, but you. And then you got to go out and you got to go through the numbers and talk to the people with urgency. Because success likes speed. Success likes speed. There was a Mr. Jones sent me a picture the other day, and I thought it was like the coolest picture ever. What did it say? You need to find what motivates you and live for it. The only thing that can stop you is excuses. That's powerful. I don't know if it'll let me show. Yeah, it won't let me show it. Here. I got this cool technology where it lets me use my cell phone as a camera. Like, isn't this awesome? But anyways. But when you guys open up that third eye of consciousness, I want you to start looking at things different. And to give you an example, I want you to get it. When COVID came out, right? You started to be a little bit more conscious of the people around you. That cat coughing, that cat got a mask on, you know, you're 6 feet away from me. You know, you had a higher level of consciousness, right? And you had a higher level of consciousness because there was a degree of concern. And I want you to have that same degree of concern and desire to reach your goals and dreams. As you're around people, I want you to be more conscious. Don't worry about if they're wearing a mask, or don't worry about if they're 6 feet, social distancing. Start wondering. I wonder if that person keeps their options open to other ways to make extra money. I wonder if that person is looking to buy a car or a house because we have My Credit is Better and it can help them. I wonder if that person is praying for opportunity. I wonder if that person is making all the income that their bank account can hold. I wonder if that person has all the time to do the things that they really want to do. And when you begin to look at things through a different lens, right? This was the lens that came with my camera, right? This was the lens that came with my camera originally. And I don't know if you guys, for those of you who have been with us for a while, you may have noticed that about a month or two ago, the clarity of the picture got a lot better. This lens blurs the background and it just makes me look nice and crisp and captures my full beauty, right? This lens it's a great lens. It shows the picture. But when you look through the two lenses, you capture something different. And you have to make a decision to look at life through a different lens. Because through this lens, you're able to see the possibilities. And when you can see the possibilities, you're able to go after the possibilities. But if you're looking through the lens that has specks of doubt, if you're looking through the lens that has specks of limitations, if you're looking at the lens that has specks of hesitation, then you're not going to reach your full potential. You're not going to connect with those people who may be praying for opportunity, and you guys working together may explode JMG Direct. You miss out on that window of opportunity. So today I urge you, see it, believe it, and go after it. Don't hesitate to talk to every single person that you encounter, the person at the grocery store, the person at the restaurant. And I'm talking about all the persons at the restaurant. The host, the waiter, the waitress. You know, there's two, the person who brings the drinks and then the person who brings the food. Sometimes there's somebody separate who takes the order and then somebody else who brings the food. Talk to them all. Because you never know who's praying for opportunity. And you never know who's going to be the person who just, because you planted the seed and you shared the business with them, that they go out and they just go crazy and explode the business. Somebody's going to blow it up. Somebody is going to blow it up. You just got to make the decision. Are you going to do the work that it takes to position yourself for that person to be in your downline? You just got to make that decision. So, keeping it moving. Got the presentation this Tuesday. Presentation has been great. And I appreciate, I was speaking with Coach last night, and I appreciate the gratitude, Coach, and I'm going to continue to do my best to make the presentation better and keep it growing. You know, the next step is for us to start including you guys, including some of your success stories within the presentation. And then the next step beyond that is to pass the torch and start having some of you do the presentation. That's the natural progression. I want to build people up and then step up out the way and watch you grow. But it all starts with everybody showing up first. First, you make the commitment to show up. Then you make the commitment to invite others and expose others and recruit others to show up. How would I act if? Don't just throw it out there like it's an option. One of the things that I've been hearing a lot, it's been a conscious thing. What is it? Well, I want to make sure I get the saying right. Don't make somebody a priority when you're only their option. Don't make somebody your priority when you're only their option. We're making you a priority. The corporate staff is, the leadership is. Don't make us an option, because then we got to move to make somebody else a priority. To give an example, you know, doing business together is like playing a game of catch. Throwing you the ball is like giving you an assignment. Invite somebody to the presentation. You catch it. Okay. Now I got to invite somebody to the presentation. That's throwing the ball back, right? Well, if you got the ball, and the only way you could throw the ball back is by inviting people to the presentation. And if you don't invite somebody to the presentation, I'm sitting on the other end waiting for you to throw the ball back. And after a while, I could either just keep sitting there like an idiot, or I could say, I'm going to go play catch with somebody else. Who's going to throw the ball back? And the same thing with you. As you're inviting guests and you're recruiting people, make your business a priority. And make sure that they know that it's a priority. You are on the receiving end of good business information. You do not need them. It is a pleasure for them to get the invite. So it's okay to let them know, hey, I'm only looking for 3 people. And those 3 people are going to come from the invitation from the people I invite to the presentation this evening. So if you want to be one of those 3 people, I need to know that you're going to be on. Some of you aren't confident enough to say that, and that's okay. You'll eventually get there. The point is, get a confirmation. Don't just invite. Don't invite for Tuesday on Monday, and then don't say nothing else to them because you're scared and expect them to show up. No. Connect with them early Tuesday. Connect with them right before on Tuesday. Get a confirmation. I can expect you to be on, can I? Treat your $1 million business like it's a $1 million business now. How would I act if I already had 5,000 people on my team and I was already making $16,000 per month? You would have an I don't care attitude. Don't beg, don't plead, don't convince, don't twist arms, don't pull legs. Run your business like it's a $1 million business now. And then continue to grow. Continue to get value. Continue to educate yourself. And this is a great source to do that. Paul D. Jones Show has been life-changing for me. And the cool thing about it is I talk to Mr. Jones all the time. I talk to Mr. Jones all the time. And I still get value out of the show. So what did I start doing? I started inviting people. Not to recruit them, but just so that they can get value. And it's planting seeds. The seed is begun to continue to get planted. And Mr. Jones is going to plant more seeds because on the show, he'll sporadically talk about James E. Direct. And eventually I'll go back to those people and say, hey, man, I talked to you about that business before. I just wanted to let you know we're running a promotion, or, just wanted to follow up with you. You open to taking a look at it again. I'm looking for 3 more people, whatever the case may be. All no means is not now. But you just have to get it in your mind that just because all no means is not now, that doesn't mean that you just wait and keep talking to the same people or the same person. No, you go out and you cast out your net. You go out and you continue to plant new seeds every single day. And you lead by example. Make that person want to know what all the fuss is about. Make that person want to know why you're changing so much, why they're seeing so much growth in you. Make that person come back to you. And even if they don't, it's okay every couple months to go back to them, follow up, refresh their memory. But you just have to make it up in your mind that you're going to be the one that's going to be consistent. You're going to be the one to just do it. You're going to be the one to just do it. Matter of fact, I want to play that clip. That's an oldie but goodie, but that's my joint, you guys. Old Dale Art Williams.
I believe desire and will to win is everything. I don't know why I'm like I am, but my butt's always burning. There's always something say, Art, dadgummit, you're supposed to go for it. Art, dadgummit, you're supposed to be somebody. You're supposed to make a difference with your life. What does the $500,000 a year person do? The $50,000 a year person doesn't do. You look at the outside and study those 2 individuals, everything seems to be the same. They both are the same sex, they both are the same age, they have the same training, the same positions, the same contract, the same fringe benefits. They both are successful, they work hard, they're good family people, make tough commitments. But what's the difference? What does the $500,000 a year person do? The $50,000 a year person doesn't do. He pays the price and a little bit more. He works hard and a little bit more. He's loyal to the company and a little bit more. He believes in a little bit more. He makes money and a little bit more. He saves money and a little bit more. If you want to win in these United States, you got to be tough and you can't quit. The last thing I'll talk to you about today in building this winning edge is, folks, if you want to win in business, you got to be a leader. Leadership is everything. You show me anything in these United States that win, I'll show you a leader at work. You show me a successful church, Boy Scout troop, club, football team, business, I'll show you something run by a leader. See, I thought at one time in my life you had to be smart to win. I used to have these smart people that dress so pretty and talk so pretty and use these big words. They just intimidated me. And I said, Art, you can't ever be that good. Why don't you just throw in the towel and go on back and coach football for a living? And I found two things out about smart people. I think it's almost impossible for a smart person to win in business in America today. Because I find smart people spend their whole lifetime figuring things out. They're always trying to figure out an easier way and a quicker way. And another thing I found out about smart people is they just don't get around to doing nothing. And see, somebody like Art Williams, everybody said, well, he can't do it. And somebody like that can't do it. But he does it. See, folks, I want you to know almost everybody in America almost does enough to win. They almost get there. They almost are over the hump. They almost have it going. They almost in everything they do, almost is a way of life to almost everybody in America. But the winners do it. What do? They do whatever it takes to get the job done. They do it and do it and do it and do it and do it until the job gets done. And then they talk about how great it is to be somebody they're proud of. We need leaders in America who can do it. If you want to become somebody, do it. If you want to go in business for yourself, do it. If you want to become financially independent, do it. I hear too much talk in these United States. Everybody can talk a good game. We need people in America who can do it. I go all over this country with A.L. Williams, and I have people say, Art, you can count on me. Wonderful. Just do it. Art, I guarantee you this is my last stop. I'm going to win now. Super duper. Just do it. Art, if I could just have one good month and get the ball going, I know I could make it big. Super. Just do it. Art, if I could just pay off this debt, I could really go. Great. Just do it. Art, if I could just sell my house. Do it. But houses ain't selling. Do it anyway. Art, I'm not making any money. What can I do? You just do it. Do what, Art? You do it and do it and do it. Art, I guarantee I'm going to win this contest. Super duper. Just do it. Art, I'm over the hump now. Watch my smoke. Great. Just do it. Art, I want to make it so bad I can taste it. What I do? You just do it. Art, I'm a vice president now. Can I quit doing it? No. Art, I don't know if I can keep on keeping on. I'm really hurting. What I do? You just do it. Do what, Art? You do it and do it and do it. Art, all my life I wanted to be somebody important. Well, what do it then? Art, I'm going to save money so I don't have to go through this again. Great. Just do it. Art, I don't feel like I've had enough training. What I do? You just do it. Art, my manager don't give me no help. What I do? You just do it. Art, you don't understand. I was Mr. Everything at my former company. You don't mean I have to start off down at the bottom and do it, do you? Yep, you really got to do it. Art, what's the primary difference between winners and losers? The winners do it. They do it and do it and do it and do it until the job gets done. And then they talk about how great it is to finally have achieved something unique. And how glad they are that they didn't quit like everybody else. And how wonderful it is to finally be somebody they're proud of and make a difference with their life. Thank you.
So, you guys, you got to understand. You have everything that you need. You have the vehicle within James E. Direct. You have the tools. We have the Tuesday and Thursday presentations. We have the Saturday trainings. We have leaders that are willing to help you every step of the way. Only thing that you have to do is just do it. And do it, and do it, and do it. See your goals. Envision your dreams. See the possibilities. Understand. Nothing can stop you but you. There's such things as legitimate excuses. But it's the legitimate excuses that keep us broke. Schedule for success when things come up, because we can't stop things from coming up. Handle them, plan around them, adjust, and get back on track. But don't allow it to stop you. That's the key. We're not saying life won't happen. But so many times people allow life to stop them. You can't allow life to stop you. You got to handle it, deal with it, adjust, make the proper adjustments, and then get back on the saddle and keep going. So this week, just show the plan. And I challenge each and every one of you to get your 3 people this week, because you're going to understand that it's a numbers game. And if you want 3 people, you have to increase your numbers. I believe each and every one of you can do it. And I believe it's going to start this Tuesday. We're going to have the biggest presentation live stream that we've ever had. Remember, we are live and direct on Facebook as well. Let me just go over that really quick before I let you guys go. And then we are going to go ahead and get out of here. What would be the best way to do this? I'm going to switch the screen to Firefox. Okay, we're going to say we're actually going to go to the page. So if you go to the Simple Wealth Blueprint page, facebook.com, the Simple Wealth Blueprint, okay? I want to put you guys up on game on some things, right? So this was the last live. All right, this was the last live. Now, if you go and you share, you have a couple different options, right? The first option I recommend you using is share in Messenger, right? You have the ability to share in Messenger, and you can go to somebody, and the format is a little bit different, right? So you're gonna have to write your message first, right? Because if you click send, it's just gonna send by itself. So you gotta write your message first. Even if you search for people, on the phone, it really doesn't show you the visual to be able to type your message at the same time. So make sure you type your message. So if I was typing to Mr. Jones, I would say, if this is my homie, I would talk to him like it's the homie. Hey, how's it going, Paulie? You can say something like that. I would probably more get a confirmation, do you have 15 minutes to check it out with me right now, right? And then I send it. Boom. And then that's going to send to Mr. Jones, and he has the information. That way you can still engage in the presentation. And he's going to reply because he respects our friendship. But guess what? Even if he doesn't have time to check it out right now, it's still there. So if he says, oh man, I'm out with my son doing baseball, I can say, that's all right. When would you have, that's okay. When would you have 20 minutes to check out the replay? There's conversation starters that are there, right? Now, we also can take the mass sharing approach, and we could say share on our wall publicly, right? We can share on our wall publicly. We can share to our stories, right? There's different options. We can share to a page if we have pages. We can copy a link and text it out to people. So there's a lot of different options that we have by adding Facebook to our repertoire. The whole goal here is to get more eyes on the presentation. But while we have this great power of technology, it also comes with great responsibility. So we're going to need you guys to be more conscious in the comment section, to be able to police people who might say stupid stuff, to police people who might jump on and try to say something or do something that isn't in alignment with our vision and our goals. All right. There's a little button that you can click to ban or to report the comments. So just help me out in that regard to make sure that we're catching people, who may do the wrong thing. But other than that, we are right at the top of the hour. So with every training, I want to make sure that you guys understand a very important fact. You're the best investment that you got. You're born to win. So please play to win right now. Embrace, recognize, realize that you are already a champion, and then act accordingly. I want this to be, I declare this is going to be the biggest week of your JMG Direct career. You're going to talk to more people. You're going to expose more people. You're going to plant seeds with more people. And as a result, you are going to get more people in front of the presentation than you ever have before. I believe in you. I'm excited for you. And I'm here to help you. And I look forward to seeing you at the top and seeing you at the bank. Have an excellent weekend, everybody. Your new week starts now. Peace.